So I went to see Toy Story 4 tonight at Crown in Melbourne, and this is probably going to be a very short review because when I do reviews I like to have both positive and negative things to say, and I have nothing negative to say about that film. First and foremost, it was absolutely the best Toy Story film that I've seen yet, or probably will ever see. It my biggest concern going into that film was that there wouldn't be a reason for it to exist, and that film blew me out of the water as far as that aspect of it was concerned. The way I looked at it was that Toy Story 3 was instrumental in ending Andy's story, and the movie is called Toy Story. So a lot of people were saying that the third one was about the ending of Toy Story, and that it was such a fascinating ending and was a perfect ending for that film, and that why would they create a number 4 when 3 ended it so well. And I definitely don't believe that. I think that Toy Story 3 was a fantastic film. It was made really well, voice acting was amazing, everything about that film was great, but it ended Andy's story, and it was never about Andy, it was always about the toys, and this film ended the toy story, or the Toy Story. And I think that from that perspective the film was perfect. I don't have anything negative to say about it, so I'm just going to cover off a few points of praise, I guess. So the voice acting was obviously amazing. Tom Hanks is obviously incredible in that role. All of the new voice actors, Christina Hendricks, Tony Hale, were all incredible, especially Tony Hale. The character of Forky is probably one of my all-time favorite animated film characters now, and I'm like an hour from finishing watching it, so that's definitely an aspect of it that is probably fresh in my mind, I guess. But either way, it was a perfect character, and he was a really satisfying part of the film that was very surprising to watch, and I really appreciated that aspect of it. It was beautiful. The film was absolutely beautiful from a visual perspective. It as an adult, I've grown to not like animated films as much as I did as a kid, because my problem with animated films these days is that they lack that human, real feeling to them, and this film had that in spades. At times watching it, you'd think that it was a real non-animated film, and that just speaks volumes to the animation that Pixar manages to do in all their films. And I think this is probably one of the best examples of Pixar doing a film that was true and didn't feel animated at all. I don't have a whole lot more to say. The story was fantastic. The returning characters were amazing. It was definitely Woody's film. So obviously in some of the trailers and stuff like that, we saw that Bo Peep had come back, and that there were a few other characters that were in this film and featured quite heavily. And it is Woody's film. At the end of the day, it really is. He's always been the main character of this series, and while the other characters get a chance to shine throughout the film, Woody is the main character of this film from beginning to end. And it's very clear from the get-go that it is about him and it's his story, and we're really focusing on that character. I thought that I would think quite negatively about that, to be completely fair, because the film was one-track minded. Obviously all the characters got a chance to shine, and I really do believe that, but the film was Woody's film. But even with that being said, it didn't feel that way. It felt perfect that it was Woody's film and that it was his chance to shine. I was entertained. I laughed a lot. It was so satisfying. I've had an incredible year as far as films are concerned, and I've really enjoyed a lot of the films I've watched, and this is the best one that I've seen so far, which could be very likely to change in a couple of weeks when The Lion King comes out, but that was an amazing film. Yeah, I'm sure I'll have a lot more to say about it once I've analysed it and thought about it and probably watched it again, but from that perspective, it was amazing. Yeah, I'm at a loss for words for how good that film was, so go see it. Now it releases officially in Australia tomorrow. It releases in the US on the 21st of June, I think, so we'll start to see some box office numbers and some audience reviews and stuff like that. But if you can go see an advanced screening or go see it once it comes out tomorrow, do it. Really do it. It was really worth the time, and yeah, 100% go see it.